Glass is a very special material, and we have to heat it up at very high temperatures into a liquid. And then when the liquid's runny, we can shape it. Once it cools down, it becomes a solid, and you can use it. Glass is basically 90% sand. It comes in little pellets, and then to that we also add our own broken glass. We put the glass into the furnace. Overnight it melts at 1100 degrees into a liquid. To make it into a vessel, I need to blow down the iron to put air inside to make it into a bubble. As the glass cools down, it stiffens up and becomes hard. Although it looks finished, it's still very hot, and we have to let it cool down slowly overnight.
Hours later, the glass hand is solid. It was a liquid, and that's why we've got all these lovely little lines, but now it's a solid.
Look, see here, loads of water, and up there there's loads of snow. And when we were at the top of that mountain, it was freezing cold. Now I'm getting warmer. Well, what are all the snow's going to?
The snow and ice was melting, turning into water to make a stream. And that's where the water comes from.
Isn't it funny how you can pick snow up? And it's all crunchy and hard.
You can also make snowmen with it.
Yeah, you can make great snowmen. But with water, it's really hard even to pick it up. And you certainly can't make anything out of it.
Here we have 3 metal objects.
Rather charming, actually. I like that one.
Each one is made out of a different pure metal. What I want you to find out for me is which metal each is made out of.
John's already got this crucible furnace stoked up to a high temperature, so which object's going to melt first? Whoops, in seconds, there's only half of Smiley Face left, but my other 2 objects are still solid. In goes John with a pyrometer, a special device to measure very high temperatures.
So which metal melts at 327 degrees Celsius? 327 degrees Celsius is the melting point of lead. So the smiley faces, was made out of lead.
It's the pot's turn to melt next, and my turn with the pyrometer.
Okay.
You have to hold it up here for one.
All right. Yeah? 660 degrees Celsius, the melting point of aluminium.
The lovely owl is still firmly solid. It's not hot enough to melt him in the ladle. He actually has to go inside the furnace.
Goodbye, Owl. I'm ever so sorry.
As the poor owl gets a roasting, it's back to work at the foundry. The foundry melts metals, then pours the liquids into casks. The metal cools and solidifies again into the shape of the cast. At last the owl's finally melting. He's history.
1,084 degrees Celsius. My owl was made out of copper.
Inside the Earth, it is really hot. And even rock will melt if it gets hot enough. This is molten rock from a volcano, gradually solidifying as it cools down. are thousands of day-to-day examples of where we might need to separate solids and liquids. It is something we do all the time, and a sieve or filter lets us do this.
Driftwood too. It plays a vital part in clearing the river of all the rubbish and wood which is floating along the river. What it does is it scoops up all the rubbish, takes it all in and clears the river for the other boats to pass through. We've got all sorts of rubbish in here, Kevin. How much do you collect a day?
The basket itself here can hold at least 2 or 3 ton of rubbish, and we can empty this basket at least 3 or 4 times a day.
That's a lot of rubbish, isn't it?
It is surprising where it all comes from.
It's terrible.